All right, guys, we've worked on this question a bunch and we just got to the assumption that treatments for cerebral edema and ordinary mountain sickness differ. But what's the big deal over here? So let's review a little bit. Cerebral edema is especially dangerous at high altitudes. It also resembles ordinary mountain sickness. It looks like ordinary mountain sickness. So why is it dangerous, especially dangerous, more dangerous at high altitudes? Because when you're at high altitudes, like on a mountain, you'll just look at the symptoms and be like, oh, well, I probably have ordinary mountain sickness, right? Because it's ordinary and it's more common and it's not a big deal. If you're at sea level, remember, you're not going to think that. You're not going to be like down at sea level like, oh my gosh, I probably have ordinary mountain sickness while sitting on in this boat on this ocean. Like, that's not what you're going to do, okay? So in that case, if you saw these symptoms, you'd be like, oh, I clearly have cerebral edema. But if you're in a mountain, you're not going to think that. So the assumption comes in because there's something missing in this argument, which is that in order to be dangerous, it has to be bad to mistake cerebral edema for ordinary mountain sickness. Yeah? So, if you have cerebral edema and you think you have ordinary mountain sickness, something there has to make it more likely that you would, like, die. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. And our assumption is going to fill in that gap. The treatments for these two diseases differ. If they're different and you treat for ordinary mountain sickness, yeah, so you're up on this mountain, you're just hanging out, you think you're totally fine, you get a little bit of symptoms, you're like, oh, it's probably okay, I have ordinary mountain sickness, I'm going to take this blue pill that treats for ordinary mountain sickness, yeah? And you do that, but the blue pill is not the treatment for cerebral edema. Well, then, yeah, you're in a bad boat, right? And that's not super good because you have cerebral edema, which is a rarer disruption of blood circulation that quickly becomes life-threatening, yeah? And you didn't treat it because you took the blue pill for mountain sickness, not the, orange pill for cerebral edema. So that's a problem. Now we're going to look at in a minute what happens if the two treatments are the same. And this is all part of how we're going to analyze and dig into the logic here and really understand and reinforce this assumption and what it means inside of this thing. So let's go do it.